How should you build Super EZA Blue Kaioken Goku's hidden potential? How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan battle video for you here today. We have the next level strike Super EZA AGL Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Kaioken Goku, and in today's video we will be going over what I believe is the best way to set up the hidden potential for this guy. Honestly, he is a pretty straightforward EZA, and if you were to pick up this guy for, 300 coins to get a dupe or something, or grab him with a redstone, you'll have enough to fill out a pretty decent Super EZA unit. All right, one of the first Super EZAs beyond the anniversary, and it looks like they are keeping up the game with the Super EZA. So let's take a look here at what this guy is doing. So he, on his super attack effect, he is greatly raising attack, causing immense damage, and sacrificing 5 HP. Hold on to this 5 HP thing, because it's going to come back to later, because it is going to play an important role into what we're doing here. So on his basic effect, he's got Key 2 and attack and defense 259%. He has a high chance of performing critical hit. All right. As a third attack in a turn, he has damage reduction rate 40%. He launches an additional super attack. When attacking with, he gets 159% attack. He has chance of performing critical hit 20% when HP is 77% or less. When HP is below 59%, he has attack and chance of performing critical hit 30%, right? So up to 50% extra attack. Remember, this does add up. This does stack, right? So the 77 and the 59% will proc if you are both below 59%. As well, when receiving an attack, he gets an additional 159% and defense and damage reduction 20% when HP is 77% or less, and defense and damage reduction 30% when 59% or less. Again, if you're below, both of these will stack up. Starting for the 7th turn, he gets attack 159% once only and performs a critical hit. When there's a superclass enemy, he gives all allies attack and defense 40%, and when there's an extreme class enemy, he gives all allies attack and defense 40% for 2 turns. This guy is the slot 3 unit. I talked a little bit about this in the definitive guide, where we broke things down a little bit. We overviewed the unit and broke things down a little bit. He is the definitive slot 3 unit. There should be no other place you put him. You can kind of get away with the damage reduction on some of the lower stages of like red zone to put him in slot 2, maybe even slot 1 depending on the fight, with the 50% damage reduction here. But the reality is he's got to be the 3rd slot because he has no defense on here. The only defense he gets is this 259%, and this extra 50% here, plus the 159%. What that really equates to, right, is a start of turn of somewhere around 250 to 300k, depending on the team. It's not a whole lot. So you really want to go with what he's getting on post super when receiving an attack. It's going to be a lot better for him, especially with the attacks done in the 3rd slot, because in the 3rd slot he will have up to 90% damage reduction, whereas in the 1st or 2nd slot it's going to be a lot less. He cannot take a super unless he's in the 3rd slot. We're just going to go ahead and say that right now. So you want to build him around knowing that that's where he's gonna be, especially because you're really going to be focused on getting him off rotation and allowing this to proc here, the 2-turn support. Now, Honestly, one thing I wish they would have done, right, if they were knowing they were making him a slot 3, they should have given him the Glorio effect, where this was 3 turns, 40%. That actually would have helped out Tech Kaioken Goku a lot, giving him a 3-turn support, just because then you don't have that extra turn where it's lost, but it still works. Now, with that in mind, the question becomes, well, how should you build the hidden potential? Well, since he is an AGL type, and we scroll on over down here on the hidden potential on the Dokkan wiki, we can see that AGLs have natural additional attack, right? Meaning if you fully invested additionals, you would get up to 20 nodes with skill orbs that could put you up to 30, right? A 30 would equate to a 60% chance to do an additional super. Now, you might ask, why might you want to build that way? Well, it's because of his attack stacking, right? He is stacking attack every single super. So if he is in the 3rd slot, that means three 50% attack raises, 150% attack raises, and that's really what you want him to do. You want him to get that extra attack for that big turn on turn 7 for him. So three super attacks will allow him to stack up quick as the 3rd slot floater. It seems counterintuitive because of the sacrificing 5 HP, right? You'd essentially be losing 15% HP every turn. However, right, the team he is designed to be on is designed to lose that HP, but also has many ways to heal it, revive or heal it back, or do other things to counteract it. So it really is the best option for him because, let's be real, teams need damage. One of the biggest problems in the final phases of the red zones is that just a lot of teams really struggle to do enough damage that aren't Vegito. They're just, it's, 500 million HP doesn't seem like a lot in red zones here until you're actually just really just tapping away at it. The 1.5 billion HP in the Goku story red zone for the Vegeta, or the Vegeta story for the Goku, right? That 1.5 billion HP, it is rough. So characters like this who can greatly stack attack need to be able to take advantage of it. Now, since he does have all that critical hit built in, you do not need to invest critical hit into him unless you really, really, really need it, but I don't see a reason to, given that he is that 3rd slot floater, and he's going to be getting enough through his passive, right? Provided you are falling below the HP, right? He's going to get up to 50%, which, I mean, it's going to be, it's 50% on top of the 50% that you already have, right? So if you're starting at 100%, you've already got 50%. As you do your attacks and drop below 77%, you're going to get another 20%, so that's 77%. If you're below 59%, you're going to get up to 100%. So, I mean, realistically, it's unnecessary, which allows you to go dodge for the sub. Now, obviously, for the sub, he's not going to be able to get a whole lot of dodge, right? It's going to be around 16, technically 6, but we're going to assume that you are going to invest some skill orb investment into him. If you've got any level 5 dodges, you want to use those on him for the silver and gold, just to give him that extra defensive mechanic. Realistically, with his full damage reduction up, it's not necessary. It's just more of a nice to have. The crit is completely unnecessary, so dodge is probably the way to go. I wouldn't recommend going full dodge with him unless you're really concerned about that HP loss, but I have found that with this build, it is his most consistent build, both offensively and defensively. It makes him a very, very well-rounded 3rd slot floater. So, guys, that is the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, how did you build your Super EZA Kaioken Blue Goku? Honestly, I feel like there is no better way to build him than additionals. I feel like lately we've been getting some pretty straightforward builds. A lot of characters are becoming pretty obvious what you should build them. Additionals being the way to go for the Kaioken Goku, even when considering the HP loss. It's a very easy, like, even if you're not running him with, say, the new Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, the new tech one, even if you're not running with him, this is still a good option because other teams can accommodate the HP loss. So that's it for the video, guys. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.